Imagine building a life where everything feels stable, safe, and full of love. Your marriage feels unshakable, your home feels like a sanctuary, and your future seems bright. That was my reality, or at least a version I believed in. For years, I thought Sarah, my wife, was my partner in every sense of the word. I trusted her with my life, with my dreams, and with my heart. But one evening, when I was preparing dinner and waiting for her to come home from work, a single knock at the door changed everything I thought I knew. Standing there was Rachel, Sarah's best friend. Her face was pale, her eyes wide with fear and guilt. She didn't greet me, didn't smile, didn't offer any excuse for suddenly showing up. She just pushed past me into the living room, her hands shaking as she sat down. That alone told me something was terribly wrong. And then she said the words that broke the world I thought I knew. Tom, I don't know how to say this, but Sarah's been keeping something from you. She's been seeing someone else. She's having an affair. In that moment, it felt like time stopped. My chest tightened, my vision blurred, and I couldn't breathe. Sarah, my wife, my partner 5 years, the woman I had trusted above all else, was being accused of betraying me. I wanted to deny it instantly, to laugh at the absurdity of the claim. But Rachel's eyes told me she wasn't lying. She said she had seen herself. Sarah wasn't working late. She wasn't where she said she was. Instead, she had been with another man, someone she cared about deeply, maybe even loved. The shock quickly turned into anger and confusion. Why hadn't Rachel told me earlier? Why was she telling me now? Her answer only deepened the pain. Sarah had used her as a cover. Every time Sarah claimed she was staying late at the office or out with friends, she was with him. Rachel couldn't stand being part of the lie any longer, so she finally broke down and told me the truth. I didn't want to believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. Driven by desperation and rage, I rushed out of the house, ignoring Rachel's pleas for me to calm down. She told me where Sarah might be, and sure enough, when I walked into that small coffee shop, there she was, sitting across from another man. She was laughing, smiling, glowing in a way I hadn't seen in months. And when she looked at him, it wasn't the look of a friend. It was the look of a woman in love. When I confronted her, her face went pale. The man beside her stood up instantly, guilty written all over his expression. Sarah stumbled for words, trying to explain, trying to tell me it wasn't what I thought. But the truth was already laid bare. She admitted that what started as a mistake had turned into something she didn't know how to stop. She apologized, she cried, she begged me to forgive her, but the damage was done. That night when she came home, we sat in silence. She kept reaching for me, trying to touch my hand, whispering that we could fix it. But I couldn't shake the images from my mind. I couldn't ignore the lies, the months of betrayal, the way she had looked at me like I no longer existed. Forgiveness wasn't impossible, but trust was shattered beyond repair. Walking away was the hardest decision of my life. I didn't do it out of hatred. In fact, the most painful part was that I still loved her. But love buried under deception cannot survive. Staying would have meant living in denial, constantly doubting her every word, her every move. So I chose to protect myself, even though it meant tearing apart the life we had built. Sometimes the cruelest truth is that love isn't always enough. Trust is the foundation of everything, and once it's broken, nothing feels solid anymore. That night, I realized that protecting my heart meant leaving behind the person I thought would never hurt me. It wasn't about revenge or punishment. It was about survival. If you've ever been betrayed like this, you know the pain runs deeper than words can explain. But walking away, though it feels unbearable, is sometimes the only way to heal. Betrayal leaves scars, but also teaches us the importance of valuing ourselves and never settling for lies. So if this story resonates with you, know this: you are stronger than you think. Don't let betrayal define you. Take the lesson, hold your head high, and protect your heart. Because sometimes the bravest act of love is letting go.